Kevin Garnett, specifically.
Yeah, I am. When we got the team that first year in 2008, I remember everyone was saying there's no way they can get this team together to win that first year. You do it the second year. And I remember telling our guys, I said, we have to do it this year. I said, guys, you don't know what's going to happen in the following year. And obviously the following year Kevin gets hurt. And so to think that he's playing, and the way he played last year, down the stretch and in the playoffs gives us all a lot of hope. You know, that he was absolutely fantastic. He feels fantastic now. He said this is the best he has felt in years going into a season. When you hear that out of him, that makes you as a coach feel a lot better.
One of the theories that the layman, myself included, used to try to explain why he played so well second half of the year was to force feeding him as a five-man,
yeah,
as a center, or something, a facsimile of one anyway,
yeah.
right? How much truth was there to that?
There was a lot. I thought it changed. I thought it put teams struggle trying to figure out how to guard us, because you had Brandon popping out at the, behind the elbow, and then you had a shooting five. So you in essence had two shooters at the 4 and 5. Bigs don't like coming out of the paint. They couldn't put the smaller guy on Brandon because then we could post Kevin. By putting the bigger guy on Kevin, bigs don't, you watch them, they don't want to run out of the paint. And Kevin was left out there a lot, taking shots, and he became quicker. I learned, we learn lessons every day. Before the year started, I had a couple things, and I always tell my coaching staff what I think we should do and what we're going to do. In mid-season, Jack Nolan, who's one of our advanced scouts, who you never see, happened to be on the road where we're at, and he walked in. He said, "Hey, he opened this book. He said, I want you to read what you said before the season started." And the two things it said was Kevin Garnett is a 5, and I should put him there. But I don't. At that time, I didn't know Brandon, but we don't have a 4, so I'm going to put him at the 4. And the other one is, I would love to find a starting 2 to bring Ray off the bench, because then we would have scoring. Those two things came to fruition. I thought that made us a better team. Avery was terrific, and at the time I made that statement, we didn't know Avery was going to even be a good player, let alone do what he did. So a lot of good things happened by doing that. And the great thing this year is JT, that's where he wants to be. He wants to come off the bench and be firepower. So it's an easy move for him. That's what he's done in Dallas. And Courtney Lee will probably start the season. And then, when Avery comes back, we'll see.